Hey guys, it's Viv. Welcome back. So I kind of had a fun idea. I thought that maybe today we could sit down and kind of like explore my crystal collection, but also just like, I don't know, just kind of get like a little glimpse of crystal meanings and uses. Yeah, this video is definitely more geared towards people who are just getting into crystals or people who are like a little curious about crystals for sure. So yeah, this isn't gonna be an in-depth video at all. This is just gonna be me rambling about some of my favorite crystals and yeah, just sharing with you some memories and some crystal meanings and uses. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, let's start off with some purple crystals. By purple crystals, I mean amethyst. So I have a couple examples here of amethyst crystals. So we've got the sphere, the tower, like a temple stone right here. This is kind of interesting. This is a piece of jewelry that I have. This, there's like a small amethyst on the top, and then this is actually purple Labradorite. I can show you. Spectacular. I really like this piece. So basically, amethyst and other purple crystals in general really work on the third eye and crown chakras. Amethyst in particular is probably one of the best, well-known, and most common crystals used on the crown chakra. Amethyst is really good for sobriety and addictions in particular. In fact, the name amethyst comes from the Greek word amethystos, which means not intoxicated. So going back to ancient times, this crystal has always been used for sobriety and to combat drunkenness. In fact, the Romans actually would carve goblets out of amethyst to help them stay more sober and stuff like that. So amethyst, not just a really great spiritual stone, also a really practical stone to combat like cravings and addictions as well. But yeah, purple crystals in general are really good for opening up that crown chakra and exploring other dimensions, astral travel. And amethyst is one of the best crystals to use for dream work and meditations. So yeah, that's amethyst. Also, okay, this blue crystal, you might be wondering, I don't know why I included it in this group, but I did. This is a piece of Aqua quartz. Yeah, it's just really pretty. Aqua quartz, all the aura quartzes are a blend between a specific metal and the quartz. So for instance, Aqua quartz, the one I'm holding right here, is a blend of, it's actually gold bonded to quartz, and it produces this beautiful blue color. There we go. But yeah, this is a fire crystal for communication, being like very concise, precise with your words. I really need this crystal in my life right now. This is one of my favorites for just coming across well when I'm communicating with others. And I also, for some reason, this is just a really good party crystal. I love having it around my room when I want to liven things up or invite people over. It's just a really great crystal for kind of letting your hair down, but also just coming across well. But anyways, let's move on to some more crystals. Okay, we are on to some of my favorite crystals here. We have some lapis lazuli, as well as some angelites here. These are crystals, okay, that are really good on the throat chakra. Blue corresponds to the throat chakra, which has to do with communication, expression, truth. Also, both these crystals, angelite and lapis, I associate with the element of air because they help with communication. But also, both these crystals are angelic. I also associate them with the heavens as well, especially angelite. This is a really good crystal for like spirit guides, connecting to your guardian angels. Also, this is a very high vibrational crystal, and it's one of the most gentle crystals, not just spiritually, but also physically. I think it's only like a 2 on the Mohs scale, so it's one to definitely be careful with. Yeah, Angelite's one of my favorites, especially during the winter time. I find that Angelite works really well during the colder months because it just connects really well with that kind of like cloudy gray weather. Lapis, okay, Lapis is definitely one of my favorite crystals of all time. If I can focus. There we are, this brilliant sphere. Yeah, Lapis has been associated with the gods and divine beings pretty much like forever. This, origins of Lapis date all the way back to Egypt, Mesopotamia, Sumeria as well. Also, just this is one of the most regal stones out there. I think in the Winter Palace, or one of those palaces, I think it's the Winter Palace, Catherine the Great of Russia built an entire room out of lapis. I don't know if it's still there or not, but there were like fireplaces, walls that were lined in lapis completely. So that just gives you a clue, not just into like the Russians' taste for extravagance on that level, but just how regal a stone this is. This royal blue, also called ultramarine blue. This crystal has one of the most interesting histories like ever. But yeah, Lapis, one of my favorite crystals of all time. I hope that made sense. Okay, here we have some beautiful orange, yellow, and red crystals here. I know, oh my god, this carnelian sphere is to die for. It's so beautiful. It just might as well be the planet Mars itself. This is just extraordinary. In fact, I have a really good story about this crystal. Actually, my mom, right, had gotten a hip replacement and she was on the couch for months recovering, and I made sure to put this right close to her bedside, right in view where she could look at it, hold it, and my mom was able to recover really nicely. It's a really great crystal for when you're not feeling well or when you're trying to recover from illness or any kind of wounds, but like physical kind of healing, you know what I mean? Carnelian's a really grounding, physical, also like creative stone as well. Next we have here, this is cool, this is super cool. This is a garnet sphere. Garnet is honestly, garnet's a really playful kind of crystal. Also helps with like motivation, passion, just being excited in life. Also, garnet's a very protective crystal. This is one of the most protective crystals out there. Okay. Yeah, this is another garnet. These are golden healer quartzes. In fact, I really like these crystals. I really recommend using them or working with them on Sundays. That's when the sun is most powerful. These have a strong solar energy about them. What I love about this crystal is how you can see the different layers. What's unique about golden healers is the coloring, the yellow coloring, which is caused from iron oxide, I'm pretty sure, is within the crystal. So that whole outer level is quartz. These are very beautiful. I think both these specimens that I have here are from Arkansas. Here's another carnelian. This right here actually is a ruby. You can see, very pretty, like magenta color. Rubies as well as sapphires are some of the hardest crystals out there, like second to diamond. They are a 9 on the Mohs scale, so very tough, very hard. I've definitely been a bit clumsy and I've dropped this crystal a few times, and it does not scratch like that. It's very tough. Also very pretty. I love working with rubies around Christmas time because it just has that just that element of abundance, one of the most abundant crystals out there, ruby. It's very protective, and also it's just one of my favorite crystals to use for optimism and happiness. Yeah, let's move on to some more crystals. Okay, we are on to some of my favorites, the golden crystals. So, I'm really excited about this group. Okay, so we have here some citrines, natural citrines. These are the heat-treated tumblestones that I have there. Ooh, okay, this is one of my favorite pieces ever. This is a citrine sphere, and it has an orb in it. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Has a natural orb in it. This is pure gold. This crystal honestly reminds me of childhood a lot. I think citrine is one of those crystals for many that brings back childhood memories of, like, you know, going to the pumpkin patch or going to like a museum for field trips. I remember, I just have a distinct childhood memory, not with this piece, but with citrine in general, natural citrine. It has such an innocent, joyful energy. It really, it makes me laugh. Citrine is one of those giggly crystals that makes you really happy. This is the crystal of joy, but also of wealth. And you can see why. It's just so golden and radiant. Same thing with this tower that I have here. I think I got this piece kind of around Christmas time. Yeah, it's just so golden. It kind of looks like a mirror. This piece kind of reminds me of like that Hall of Mirrors in Versailles. Next up is this beautiful tiger's eye sphere. Tiger's eye is very protective, very grounding, very good for financial support. Yeah, look at that color. It's so rich. Tiger's eye is really good for confidence. I take it with me when I need to do like a speech or when I'm going out in public and just am like self-conscious or a bit anxious. Tiger's eye is a really good crystal for people who are naturally more shy or introverted. Also, it's a really great crystal for connecting with animals and nature too. I really like to take this crystal and go out and meditate, like, you know, in the forest, or that sounds super sketch when I say it, but no, like, this is a really great crystal to use when you want to meditate out in nature or out in the wilderness, definitely. Or take this crystal when you want to go camping. Okay, next we have here some pieces of pyrite that I kind of want to show you. Pyrite is a very cool crystal, also known as fool's gold. It has a really cool history, I think, just because of how people used to mistake it for gold. But no, this is a really great crystal just for money, like just for attracting money, just purely money motivated people. Or like, I find I'm most drawn to working with pyrite when I'm really just focused on like my studies or business ventures. This is just a really great crystal when you want to get down to business, literally. It's a really amazing crystal. And also, I often find that this is a really great crystal for when you're doing math or trying to solve problems, because it does have these geometric formations. Here, I have a better example of it over here. You can kind of see how it forms in these more hexagonal shapes. So it's really great for geometry, especially any kind of math or natural sciences, geology as well. Pyrite is really great if you're just studying, you know what I mean? This is a very great crystal for students, or when you are trying to learn something new, when you're taking on like a new hobby or trying to learn a new skill. Okay, and then the last crystal I want to share with you guys, at least in this group, I have so many crystals, like I can't even, guys. But this is a really special one. This is a piece of amber. what I love about this piece is that it literally has like a bug in it. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a fly right there. There's some kind of insect right there. I really love the pieces of ambers that have prehistoric insects or ants like trapped in them, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen Jurassic Park, it just really has a Jurassic Park kind of vibe. But no, like it helps to connect you with ancient living things. Amber is a great one if you're just trying to, you know, uncover the secrets of the past. And if you're studying history, for sure, amber is a good one because it helps you to connect to those ancient origins. I think amber, it's either between amber or turquoise, which one is like the oldest crystal, technically, like known to man. See, it's between like turquoise and amber because both these crystals have such ancient origins and go back so far in human collective history. But yeah, amber is a really good one for children. This is a really fascinating crystal. Okay, and we are on to some more angelic crystals. So in this group, we have some selenites here. We have the wand, a heart, the sphere, of course. I love selenite in sphere form. Yeah, but I should mention though, I did already make a video where I went more into depth on selenite and its history and uses and meanings. So yeah, if you like this video, you might be interested in that. Okay, also we have very beautiful, this is such a beautiful crystal. This is a piece of celestite. Celestite's another angelic crystal, along with angelite, selenite. Celestite though, this is another great crystal for connecting with your angels and spirit guides. This is just a crystal that's really great for beauty, and especially angelic beauty, you know, when you're trying to harness your more celestial side and that inner goddess. This is a very great crystal to do that with. Similar to rose quartz, which I also have here. I also have some pieces of rose quartz, of course. One of the most common crystals, but nonetheless, one of the most powerful crystals, at least for love of all kinds. Rose quartz can help you to explore that. First and foremost though, rose quartz is a crystal of Venus and just helps you to open up and also to forgive as well. Rose quartz is a very great crystal for forgiveness and receiving. So yeah, that's why I included it in this group. You might be a bit curious what this guy is. In fact, this is a piece of angel aura quartz. Very lovely. Another great crystal for connecting with angels. It kind of has a really cool, like holographic kind of color. I think that I think angel aura is quartz bonded with titanium, sometimes platinum too. Very gorgeous. I love this piece. Yeah. Okay, here we have some more blue crystals. So basically what we have here are some bits of blue apatite and aquamarine. I have so much aquamarine. It's honestly like one of my favorite crystals of all time, if I can focus. Basically, aquamarine is part of the beryl family, which has other famous members like emeralds and morganite. But the blue version of beryl is aquamarine. So, so beautiful. This is a really watery crystal. It's associated with Neptune, the ocean. It has a really calming energy about it. It cleanses your emotions. It helps to soothe any like anger or irritability that you have. Especially if you work with it like near the ocean, it just really helps calm you down and lift your spirits. This is a very great crystal for clear, sunny days, especially in the summer. I find that working with Aquamarine is very helpful. I tend to be more drawn to it in the summer time, but also during the winter time too. It has a very, has that calming energy about it. But Aquamarine is most famous kind of for its properties of communication, because this is the blue crystal to have. Like, it works so well on the throat chakra and with speaking well, having calming words. And this is a stone of truth, okay? So nothing hides from Aquamarine. So you'll find that when you're working with it, you tend to express yourself more truthfully. This is blue apatite. Yes, it is good for appetite and weight loss. That is one of the main properties of it. But no, this is a very great crystal for any psychic works. I really love using apatite for dream work, especially. I've had some very deep, vivid dreams with some of these pieces. Especially in the winter time, I find apatite works very well. It has this very magical kind of ability, especially when you work with it while you meditate, to kind of take you back to different time periods, different places. This is a really good one for past life recall as well as astral travel. Okay, we're on to the last but certainly not least set of crystals that I have here. In fact, these are just all the same crystal. All of these are Labradorite. I just have so many pieces of Labradorite. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. I don't know about you, but I just find that like a person's first piece of Labradorite just really means a lot to them and marks kind of a transition. This is the crystal transformation. It will transform your life from the inside out. Yeah, this crystal, I have a lot to say about it. I really need to make a video on this crystal, but for now, I'll just, show you some pieces that I have here. This is one of my favorite pieces. This is a heart. Very, very deep blue. Ooh, you can see my reflection. Great. Yeah, this crystal works on the throat chakra and the third eye chakra. It is really great for increasing your intuition, dream work, past life recall. Like, yes, definitely past life recall. This crystal works miracles on people. I gave my mom a couple pieces of Labradorite, and I remember like seeing her, weeks later, like carrying it around and just having a completely different attitude about life. She would just be a lot more interested in like experimenting with things and just coming up with different ideas, being innovative, and just following like a unique vision. This is another piece that I have here. Oh my gosh. It's good luck to name your crystals. At least that's what I've heard. I named this piece Nagini after the snake in Harry Potter. Man, this camera is not doing it justice. This crystal does usually have a really bright blue flash in it. Labradorite is hands down my favorite crystal for psychic work, for opening up that third eye, getting you to be more intuitive, and just being more mystical. I think of Labradorite for sure. Also, weirdly enough, this is one of my favorite crystals to work with on Halloween, just because of how Halloween is said to be that one day of the year where we are most connected with the spirit world and with beings from the other side. So yeah, try working with Labradorite on Halloween and tell me like what you think, because I know it's coming up. It's a very transformative, protective stone. It's very psychically protective. It's also great to use for when you're doing magic or any type of rituals at all, any spiritual rituals. You know, for instance, like during the equinoxes or the solstices. It's really great for connecting to your spirit guides and just tuning into spirit or the universe. This is a very like cosmic crystal for sure. So yeah, that's Labradorite. I hope you guys enjoyed this little ramble. I hope it was educational on some level, and I hope it got you more interested in working with crystals and in their meanings and stuff like that. If you found this video interesting, if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up, like, or subscribe, and have a really great day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.